Hey guys, so I want to talk to you a little bit about the side effects of Mirena that chances are the doctors haven't told you about, or maybe you're going through it yourself and you're kind of curious as to if somebody else is going through it. But uh, I feel like it definitely needs to be known about, especially if you're deciding whether or not you want to get the Mirena or I don't know. So little backstory. 7, almost 8 years ago, I got pregnant with my son, and at that point in time, Mirena was, I guess, relatively new or new to being pushed by uh, OBs. So after I had my son, the OB told me about the Mirena. I had gotten pregnant while on birth control pills, so I definitely didn't want to go back to those. So he told me about the Mirena and how it's this cool little thing that they uh, place inside your uterus, and it's supposed to help you prevent pregnancy for 5 years. And you don't have to worry about remembering to take it. It had a lower fail rate than the birth control pills that I was on, so I was fully on board. I went ahead and got it. Um, Twice while on the Mirena. I've recently got my third one removed. I ended up getting pregnant. Um, but now I got mine removed November 2nd for my husband and I to be able to try getting pregnant so that we can have a child and he can have his first child of his own. And since then, I haven't had a menstrual cycle. I've been ovulation testing, little tongue tied there, ovulation testing for 109 days now, and I have yet to get a positive ovulation test. I've taken multiple pregnancy tests, all of which have come back negative. I've had blood work done, my OB's run tests, and I have unexplained infertility due to the Mirena. This is apparently a rather common thing. As I've done my Google research, I've found that there are other women that also have gone through the same issues, some of which have talked about how they're 8 years since they've had their Mirena removed and they still haven't had a menstrual cycle. Due to this being very frustrating and many people having problems with it, I've done a bunch of research on ways to try and reverse it. Luckily, I have been able to reverse it, but other women aren't quite as lucky as what I've gotten to be. But if you're thinking about getting the Mirena and you haven't had kids, definitely maybe weigh your options, because you do run the risk that after you have the Mirena removed and you're ready to try for kids, that it's just not going to happen because your menstrual cycle will not come back. I guess if you've tried something after having this issue and have found that it has worked for you on returning your menstrual cycles, go ahead, comment down below. I'd love to hear what you did. Maybe, it'll give hope to other women that are out there that stopped having their menstrual cycle after having the Mirena, or give others ideas of what to try that they haven't gotten to try yet. I know I personally wasn't going to spend the money to get Clomid or IVF treatments to try and get pregnant again. It was a discussion that we had and just agreed that it wasn't a road that was going to go down. And if we couldn't get things to start up on our own, that we just weren't going to have any more kids, and that was just going to be how it was. I will end up making another video as to what I've done to get my menstrual cycles to start back up. I've recently just started, well, as of yesterday, just started my menstrual cycle. So we'll see here in the next couple weeks after the cycle ends if I do end up ovulating or not. and I'll end up coming back and reporting, making another video to let you know if what I did to start my menstrual cycles back up also triggered ovulation to start back up again. And we're just going to kind of keep track of this little journey to see how things go. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe to keep track of this journey of trying to get fertility back after having unexplained infertility due to the Mirena. Like I said, feel free to comment. Let me know if you've been through this before and you found something that worked for you. You know somebody that had this and you found something that worked for them. Or if you're just frustrated and you need some place to vent, feel free to in the comments. I'd love to hear your story or what you've done. Bye, guys.